guys, it's Hillary here with Creative Faith, and I am working in the Extravagant Love Devotion Kit. This is available in our Etsy store, and it has 12 days of content, devotion content, and questions all about God's amazing love for us. And so today I am working in the first page of the kit titled Sacrifice. And so this is one of my very favorite techniques to use. I have not used it in a while. I feel like I sometimes go through phases of what I use, and so lately I've been using the napkin technique a lot, but this is one of my favorite techniques. It's using gelatos or distress crayons on a piece of plastic packaging, and you rub on the gelatos and then you spray it with water, and it creates just this really cool kind of spill effect, which I thought was really perfect for the content of the devotion. And so it made a really cool background. But this story comes from the Gospel of Luke, and it is about this woman who pours perfume on Jesus's feet. And so I got this stamp set specifically with this page in this devotion kit in mind, because the stamp set has a perfume bottle. And the stamp set I got from the store Tuesday morning. They have lots of discounted like kitchenware and bedding and cards, but they also have a huge kind of craft section. And so a lot of the time you can get really good deals on stickers and stamps and paper. And so I just loved this stamp set. It is a Jane Austen stamp set, and so it has really kind of beautiful, old-fashioned, elegant pieces to it. And so I have this little border piece that I'm going to put in the top and the bottom corner. They're really pretty florals because I think it just kind of matches this theme of a beautiful sacrifice. So the story talks about how this woman poured her perfume on Jesus' feet, and how the devotion content talks about how that was probably a sacrifice for her using up her perfume. But I've also been thinking a lot recently about how, what propels us to this sacrificial love, and it's because of what Jesus did on the cross for us. The Bible says that he, died on the cross to save us from our sin, and there's nothing more powerful than that. And because of his great love for us, then we can then have that same love towards other people. And so I've just been feeling really convicted about how am I sacrificially loving the people around me, and if I'm not, what does that kind of say about me? And so I've just been really thinking a lot about that recently in, what am I doing for those around me? And is it a sacrifice? Because Jesus sacrificed so much for us that we should be showering other people with that same sort of sacrificial love. And so the title of this section in my Bible says, A Sinful Woman Forgiven. And so the story talks about how Jesus is sitting around with a bunch of probably men, and this sinful woman comes into his presence and kind of stops what everyone else is doing, and she is so overcome by him, and she is crying and wiping his feet and pours this ointment on Jesus. And I just think about how radical that would have been, and what the other people would have been thinking in that room, and how Jesus reacts, and how he is forgiving her for all of these sins. And so I just think that's a really powerful story about how we also need to go to the feet of Jesus and, pour our ointment, pour all that we have on his feet and ask him for forgiveness. One of the prompts at the end of the devotion page says, rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. How are you doing living a life of sacrificial love? And so I had this numbers set from last year's Illustrated Faith Christmas kit. And so I thought that would be kind of a good way to see all the numbers 1 through 10. And I felt really kind of convicted because it made me think of all the things I should be doing to sacrificially love those around me. And so I rated myself a 7, but because I think I do a decent job of, blessing other people. But the verse came to mind, let everything you do be done in love, and obviously that is not the case. Everything I do does not reflect that, and so we all have so much room for improvement. And at the top of the page, I thought it was really fitting. The little tab I used came from a thank you note from a friend, and I loved the card, and so I punched it. And then the little heart came from a gift and some happy mail from my friend Ashley. And so I thought those were kind of a great symbol of sacrifice, of people blessing one another, and love. And so then here's a quick look at what I did in my Bible page. I used the same technique, the same stamps to reflect on the story and kind of document it in my Bible as well as in my traveler's notebook. I hope today you are encouraged to go out and live a life of sacrificial love. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I have lots of fun videos in store, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye!